is bad news.
Hey, we're back here. It's the Genesee County Compassion Club show. Thanks for joining me today. Coming to you from allpointstv.com. I'm double penned because I got so much information for you. That was the Eagles of death metal you were just listening to. You guys might have heard about them over the weekend in the news. Definitely you should check the band out if nothing else. But hey, we're here. It's the Genesee County Compassion Club show. We're going to talk about medical marijuana, let you know what's going on here at the club and what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of stuff happening right now. I want to keep you up to date with what's going on at the club. First of all, right now we do not have a soup kitchen date scheduled for the holidays because we got a lot of people serving down there. However, we are doing a food drive. So members, if you've got stuff left over, you got non-perishable goods, you got toiletries, that kind of thing, anything that you know could be useful for the home, we'll take those donations and we're going to give them to the soup kitchen. We're looking forward to being able to do this year. I think it's like the 6th year we've done this, and we're excited about it. So if you could help us out with it, we would greatly appreciate it. I know that there's already been members bringing in literally pallets of stuff, and that is awesome. Thank you so much. It's going to make a big impact, and you know, you never know how good you got it till you don't have it anymore. I'll tell you that. So, all right, guys, we got a lot of stuff we want to talk about. Obviously, it was a crazy week out there. We got the cold weather coming in. The warmth is gone. I hope you were out there, and I hope you were able to enjoy it while it was here, obviously. But you know, winter's upon us, and here it is. Here's the cold weather. So let's talk about some news events. We had a lot of different stuff happening last week. It was a busy week in the news around the world. First thing you guys probably heard about, of course, was Paris. So, am I about right, John?
Just a little bit further down. Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to belittle the situation here. Obviously, you guys heard about the bombings or the attacks over in Paris. I don't have a lot to say about this other than, like I said, check out that band, because that was the band that was in the attacks. That's what I brought them up for. It was Eagles of Death Metal. Freaking got Josh Homme. He's a drummer. They're freaking awesome, from the Queens of Stone Age. But anyways, other than Paris, what else? What I want to say? I want to say, like, why have I not seen any videos from anyone, you know, like civilian type videos showing us, you know, some of the events that occurred on that particular evening? It seems odd to me that the only video I've seen are from news reports. You know, you got a city filled with millions of people. Nobody captured anything on a cell phone. If anybody has any video out there of real events, I don't know. Let me see it. Let's know about it. I haven't seen it. Look it up. Do you find anything? I think it's weird. All right, moving on here. Other events happening in the world. You guys heard about the attacks in Paris on the same day. Did you know that there was also an awful attack on Beirut? Do we have Beirut here? Not that one, John. Not that one. Other Beirut. Ah, there we go. There we go. Yes, there was a terrible attacks in Beirut. This has been an ongoing civil war, basically, you know, going on for like 50 years, it seems like. But you know, I think it just kind of brings to light there's things going on that are terrible all over the world all of the time, and oftentimes we lose focus of how good, number one, we've got it right here in the United States, but also number two, you know, there's other things going on in the world, so we got to pay attention. I did want to bring up some stuff that have to do with marijuana. That's usually what we talk about on this show. And there was some interesting news. Everybody's always been in you know, cahoots, or at least, you know, in tune, thinking about Colorado. You know, they're the first state out there leading the pack. No, the governor Hickenlooper. Is that him?
Yep.
No, the other governor. You guys heard about that story in the news too this week. I'm sure you did. We're not going to talk about that story. But Governor Hickenlooper in Colorado this week took a couple steps to safeguard marijuana from you know, toxic chemicals. So obviously, first state out there to legalize recreational use. They have a seed to sale tracking system. It allows them to keep track of all of the cannabis that's being produced and sold, and it also gets them the ability to put, you know, tags on there as far as what products were used in the garden. And I think it's a good thing as far as being able to make sure You don't have harmful chemicals being sprayed on your edibles or on your smokables. You know, nobody wants to have that stuff. It's ridiculous. You shouldn't have that. Story from Colorado here, Governor John Hickenlooper on Thursday called marijuana treated with certain pesticides a threat to public safety and said it should be destroyed. So there was some marijuana that they had that had been treated by chemicals that were not on the approved list. They were treated by, you know, the off-list chemicals. The governor said that crop needs to be destroyed and it needs to be processed, you know, on an ongoing basis with the approved only chemicals that they have on their list. So, which is a pretty strict list in Colorado, I would like to mention. I think if we're going to have regulations in place to limit what can and can't be used in the garden, that it should pretty much emulate whatever you see out there in the other parts of the agricultural world when it comes to dealing with edible products. You know, for the most part, that's a pretty wide range. It probably should be shrank down for all products. But if we're going to treat all things the same, then we should treat this the same as well. So that's about it for the world news and so on. Just a quick show this week. We want to try out a couple things with the podcast. We're glad how it's working out here at All Points TV, making it happen with John back in the studio, kicking ass, taking names. And John, I got one question for you. What was that? What was on your sandwich today? John got to try out a new sandwich that we have over at the Holistic Center. It was called the Monster. But what was on that thing?
I would say it's turkey and other shredded meat. I think it was all turkey, but it was just really. I'll tell you what, I should have been probably more respectful of it, but it just once I started biting into it, it just it just had to go. I mean, it just had to go down.
I heard the words, "This is the best sandwich I've ever had in my life."
Oh, I'm serious. It was almost like a religious experience. I'm serious.
Right.
And actually, the only closest one I could have is say was a Reuben I had over at Mega, Coney over off of Corona one time.
Right on.
You know, that's phenomenal. This is phenomenal. So you got to try this, people.
We got the meats. Come on down to the Holistic Center. Get a sandwich, man. You can't beat it. All right, thanks for joining me this week on Genesee County Compassion Club Show. You guys are awesome. You rock. If I don't see you next week, I hope you all have a fantastic Thanksgiving holiday. Give thanks because we got it good, folks. All right, take care. We love you. We'll see you next time.